It hasn't
Okay.
said.
Now and it says we're live on mine.
Does it? Mine's still in preview. Oh, now we are.
We're live. Right. Good morning, Lexi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for volunteering to be the first one on the Groomer Asks.
You're very welcome.
Oh, we finally got there.
We did, yeah. We're not great at technology.
No, but we've managed it. Right, so you're known as Auntie Lexi
Yeah.
by the public. So tell me a bit about your business.
So I do solo dog walking, general pet care. So like I look after cats and little animals. Got asked to look after a pet hedgehog once, which was quite cool.
Oh,
Didn't get a chance to do it. They haven't gone on holiday yet. So if you're watching this, get in touch because I want to look after a hedgehog. I do like pet taxis, like to vets and groomers, and I do a bunch of other things as well. Just anything to do with animals, really.
yeah, multitasking.
Yeah.
So what makes you different from any other Joe Blogs dog walker?
So I think there's not that many solo dog walkers about. A lot of people do groups, and I kind of specialize more in. I like the wonky pets, the ones that other people don't necessarily um, either can't fit into group settings or need a bit of extra support. So a lot of mine are reactive or have like health issues, or they live with like older people, so I do a bit more support for the people as well. So yeah.
What kind of leads do you walk, or where do you walk them? Because I know having quite a reactive dog, that that going out early for her is kind of her norm because she's a cow. Yeah.
Yeah, when I walk reactive dogs, I tend to kind of scope out the route beforehand. So if I'm going to one of them, I'll drive around it kind of on my way there to make sure there isn't like suddenly a huge temporary traffic light or something there, or other dogs and stuff. But I tend to walk dogs from their home, unless they want to have a good runabout, and I take them to the secure field, which I did this morning, which was really fun. But I've taken some dogs to the secure fields, and they're so attached to their own space and their owners, but they just kind of stand there and look at you like, "Why are we here?"
Yeah.
So I take them home and walk them around the block.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. So what about though when it's hot weather? I know that I see a lot of people walking their dogs at stupid degrees and it infuriates me, but obviously it's your job. What happens then?
Well, so for me, my cutoff is 23 degrees, regardless of whether it's cloudy or what. 23 degrees is the cutoff for me. But because I walk quite a lot of dogs with special needs, really my cutoff's about 20. There's a few that can go up to 23, but it's not that often. And yeah, I've been throughout the heat wave, we've been starting. I know me and other dog walkers have been starting at 4:30, 5 in the morning, last walk before 9, and yeah, and then just doing drop-ins for the dogs that are home alone.
Yeah. And on the drop-ins, what would you tend to do?
So I got some really good like enrichment feeders from the Worcester Animal Rescue Centre, their open day.
I'm so sorry, my dogs are going
No,
mad.
it's fine. Surprised mine isn't going off. Um, so I've got quite a few enrichment toys there, or I'll do pool parties with like I've got a spaniel that I look after who loves water. So we have like the sprinkler system and the paddling pool, and I have a little shade tent, and but obviously when it was in the heat wave, I didn't do that as much because trying to save water, I didn't want to fill up a huge bowl and then just tip it out after 45 minutes. So
No, no. So, the big question then, why did you become a dog walker? For me, for instance, it was more like when I started, it was more of a hobby. That's obviously became a career.
yeah. Well, kind of the same, really. So, like you, it's always been animals. Whenever there's any form of gathering or something, we all go towards the animals before the humans. And so I started looking after my mum's neighbour's cats when I was younger, and I'm still looking after their cats now. So it's like 20 years on, I'm still looking after different cats, but same people. Um, and when I first started dog walking, it was I started walking our neighbour's dog because I was really ill with endometriosis, and it got me out of the house. And I didn't have Loki at the time. Started doing that, and then when I had my endometriosis surgery, I was able to move a bit better, and I went on Rover, and I started doing little walks through that. And then I got kicked off Rover because a lot of my customers kind of wanted to interact with me directly. So now I don't have a Rover account. uh, yeah, and it just kind of slowly moved from me working in a different full-time job into this being my career. And honestly, it was the best decision I ever made.
Yeah, you're incredible at what you do.
Oh, thank you. So
Um,
are you.
Thank you.
Why I bring my dog to you.
Oh, bless you. Let's talk about Loki. He is what? He came Saturday, Sunday,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. Oh no,
Um,
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, the week's
So
gone fast.
it has, hasn't it? So do you think Loki's helped you on your journey to where you're at now?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, you have a Romanian rescue, don't you? And
Yeah.
they are a totally different breed. And quite a lot of the dogs that I look after aren't necessarily Romanian rescues, but they're foreign rescues. And I find that they the biggest thing for me with these kinds of dogs is the amount of patience that you need. And it's so easy to be patient with a dog. It's so easy. You just uh, I spend a lot of time with the reactive dogs, letting them get to know me and things like that. But from Loki's perspective, I also understand how the owners are feeling, because you can feel embarrassed when they kick off. You can feel a little bit isolated, and all these different feelings that you get that you don't expect when you get a cuddly, fluffy ball bounced into your life. So yeah, it helped me that way, really.
I think with me as well with Freddie, like I expected him to be a normal dog, so I was a bit like
Mm,
my expectations was like a bit damaged, I suppose, because
yeah.
the thing I'd done when they dropped him off was take him for a walk. He literally wet himself, and I was
Oh,
just
bless him.
no, and I just think like the idea of the dog that I thought I was going to get wasn't the dog I got. Obviously, I wouldn't change him for the world because he's taught me a lot. But I do find that some people who haven't really come across Romanian rescues feel a bit um like upset, I suppose, because they're
Yeah, bit judgmental.
yeah, basically, yeah, and they are an absolutely different kind of breed altogether.
Yeah.
Nothing like a normal dog.
No, I mean, the first walk I took Loki on, it took us 45 minutes to get to the end of the road. And it was purely, he was terrified of the lead because he'd been kind of chained up and attacked by other dogs. So that's why he's so scared of everything. And we just took our time, and the road wasn't that long. We just literally, it was like, however long you want to do it, we'll get to the end of the road and then we'll come back. And it was just, and we just took our time. And I think that's the best thing to do with these sorts of dogs. They're
Absolutely.
not doing it on purpose.
No, I know, and it is hard for because you don't always know what they've been through, and
Yeah,
them to trust you is so rewarding because
yeah.
it's a real battle at times. I mean, Freddie still has his moments, bless him.
Oh,
Um,
Loki does.
yes, he
You've
does.
seen him coming into your groomers dressed like Hannibal Lecter.
But yeah, and I also think like because Fred is very reactive with other dogs,
Mm.
and Rosie and the lead. It also makes you be a bit more aware of obviously off lead dogs, etc., and
That's
where
why
you
I've
can.
made this top. Be kind, give space.
Yes, I love it. I
It's
know.
so easy just to give space, and people don't. I had a jogger just run up behind us the other day, and luckily that dog was fine. But I've had other dogs where a jogger's just run around the corner, headphones on, don't even realise what's there. And the thing that people don't realise is how much that will affect that dog for days, because it will just trigger stack until they have a full-on blowout over something that seems like nothing.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I mean, some of the dogs that have come into my salon, I mean, it's affected them for life. Like
Yeah.
they used to be fine, but now like they're terrified of like a certain breed of dog or black
Hmm.
dog or yeah, it is that is very frustrating. That's why I won't walk somewhere like Perth as well, where there's loads of
No,
off-breed dogs or
I don't go anywhere near Purd as well. Some of the owners there are great. Some of
yeah,
them, it just causes so much stress to other dogs. It just, and they hold on to it.
yeah,
It's really annoying. So yeah, I try to avoid. I really enjoy on road walks, to be honest. I like forest walks and things like that. But with some of the dogs I look after, if I'm going to take them somewhere like that, I'd rather take them to a secure field so they can have a good run.
absolutely. I totally agree. I totally agree. Or I'm up with mine at 5 every morning, just
Yeah,
I don't see anyone.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The heat wave crept into the reactive dog slot, didn't it?
It did. It
Everyone
really
was suddenly there when we all walk.
was. I was like, oh my God, why is there people here? So let's talk about safety. And it sounds as though the way that you walk your dogs, that's your main priority.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I think, I mean, you've met me. I am anxiety incarnate, but that makes me good at my job because I think and overthink about everything to the point that I've got systems in place upon systems for things. It's like when I leave a house, I will video myself locking the door to make sure, because I've been known to get all the way down the road and come back to check.
Yeah, yeah,
But things like using double leads on like a harness and a collar, because quite a few dogs are escapees, and the amount of harnesses that dogs can back out of is crazy.
I know. I know. Especially them, is it Jules harnesses?
Oh
You
yeah,
really want it. Yeah, I was obviously before I knew what I knew, but yeah, you really have got to find that harness that works for your dog, especially if they're
yeah,
backer uppers.
yeah, yeah. Especially when they're nervous. I walk one dog who is an amazing escape artist. But since she's never got off from me. I've always walked her with a collar on and a double lead, and she's chained to me as well, chained, leaded to me.
Oh my.
So it looks overkill. I look like I'm going mountaineering when I'm going on a walk sometimes, but it's all for their safety, really. Just I'd rather the dog have fun and be safe, um, than them essentially go feral and not.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree, and I think that comes across on your Facebook page. If anyone wants to follow it, it's Auntie Lexi from Worcester. Let's talk about like how the heat has affected you financially. As I know, I've had to close my shop because it's not just the journey to and from the salon, but it's regulating that temperature, and I will not put a dog through that risk. I'd
Yeah,
rather work on my days off and get the dogs in. And how
yeah.
does it affect you with the weather and the income? Has it made an impact on your
Oh
finances?
yeah, absolutely. I think we've all felt the pressure, because I think the heat wave lasted 2 months, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's just about getting cool enough now, but even then it's not. But I would rather cancel a walk like you. I'd rather cancel than put a dog at risk for to make sure I get the money. So it's very much been tight. Let's just put it that way.
It's very much a welfare over income, isn't it? Because we both love dogs so much. We're
Yeah.
always put them first, and that's why I think we get on so well, because we both
Oh
have
yeah.
that same value.
Yeah. I mean, like Loki, we cancelled Loki twice for a groom.
Yeah.
And to be fair, when I brought him in, he looked like a gremlin.
It wasn't that bad.
But it was worth it for him because it's just too hot for him. I mean,
Yeah,
he's jet black and long haired and a little bit fat.
he's not bad. He's not that bad. So, apart from just doing your walking and being the biggest blues fan, which I'll have to wrap this in, you volunteer.
Yeah.
Tell me about your volunteering. I hadn't realised until you were speaking to me on Tuesday that you volunteer for quite a few. Um,
Yeah, I seem to have collected a few. So I volunteer with the Central England Animal Search and Rescue, or CSER, I think it's called. And that's basically a very small team where they've got a drone pilot, and these people are amazing, but they go out looking for lost animals. And they also work with Beneath the Surface, who do when animals have been lost in the rivers and things like that, to recover them or to find them. It's rare, but it happens. Um, so I do work with them. We've had a couple of we had a local dog fairly recently, which you helped us with,
yeah.
because he went on a bit of a journey. Um, I do volunteering with the Worcester Wildlife Watch, which is basically injured or sick wildlife, where we transport them to the Vale Wildlife Hospital, or we take them to the vets. And then the Animal Food Bank, which I think you've looked into, haven't you? Or we spoke about it at some point. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think I'm on their page. I haven't used them, but I could donate to them at some point. To be fair, but you do the drop offs for them, do
I do
you?
the drop-offs, yeah.
Once,
So
yeah.
yeah, they're really good actually. They give I can't remember what the amount of it is uh per family, but there's a certain amount of food that they give to people to help feed their animals. And it's really well organized because you have to have had your animals for a certain amount of time. So it's not just people just getting animals all the time. It's really good.
Well, if you could pop me the links over for anyone
Yeah,
that
yeah,
wants to volunteer for Caesar,
yeah.
um, and also the food bank, I will put them on the end of this post. I know that I think there's only two people in Caesar for this area.
Doing the Worcester, yeah, yeah.
I think Lexi would be really grateful for anyone else who
Yeah.
can help, because believe it or not, dogs go missing a lot around here.
They do,
Um,
yeah. And they go on the run for days.
yes, I know. I think it's an instinct, though, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
it's the DNA of the dog, and depending on their history, etc. I mean, I don't think I'd ever get Freddie back if he went off, but then I don't think he'd ever go anywhere.
No, but the same with Loki. Loki wouldn't go very far, but if he did, I'm not getting him back.
It's one of those, isn't it? So what working with the community kind of taught you?
So I think the biggest,
Is that Loki?
yeah, I think the I think the biggest thing it's taught me is that people will do anything for animals. Like absolutely anything. And I knew that before. I knew that I would before, but all these underground little chats and stuff of all these people giving up all their time, it's crazy. So and I know people like who lose that animal or can't feed that animal, they feel a bit of shame, but there's people to help, and that's the biggest thing it's taught me, is that there's always someone who can assist with anything, really. I mean, I've had two pigeons in my car this week.
Oh, bless.
They're so cute, little babies.
Oh, I hope they're still not still there.
No, no. I had one on my dining table for a while, and someone else collected him. And for a while, I mean, like an hour or two, someone took him to the Vale Wildlife, and he's been released this week. So,
Yeah, that must make you feel great.
oh
Uh,
yeah,
and I'm sure if anyone ever wants to reach out to you for any more information on any of the things we've talked about, you're very approachable and more than open.
oh yeah,
So I think a couple of weeks ago when I spoke to you, you were you're doing a nutritionist course.
yeah. I am. Yeah, I'm training to be a canine nutritionist. But I want to kind of go into doing it for, uh, well, preventative for dogs with cancer.
Okay.
Because I've lost a few of my pack to cancer, and I'm not saying by any means that it could have saved them or anything, because like their owners have done absolutely everything they possibly could for them. Like if they were humans, they probably wouldn't have been looked after as well.
Yeah.
um, but there is some science to indicate that certain, like, I won't go into the science of it because I'll be chatting for ages. There's indicators that certain kind of microbiomes and certain kinds of ways in the gut will help potentially prevent cancer in dogs. I mean, like it does with humans.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I mean, I love nutrition. I love nutrition in humans. I love nutrition in any way. So doing it like this means that when eventually I can't do all my walks, I can still interact with dogs and still get my fill of puppy love.
Yeah, it's when I have time off and I got my two honestly, but you do kind of miss it.
Oh yeah, it feels weird. Like in the
Yeah.
heat wave, I was going stir crazy because I wasn't walking all the time. It felt wrong,
Yeah, yeah.
but I
It's
knew
like
I was doing the right thing.
an antidepressant, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So so throughout your journey, what kind of training have you done or and what have you found useful?
So I've done the pet first aid,
Hmm.
which I actually met some of the dog walkers from around here on, which was really nice. Um, I've done a diploma in canine behaviour.
Hmm.
I've done courses in canine cancer, courses in basically anything I can get my hands on that I can learn about, I will do. I love learning. I love it all the time. So I can't even rattle it all off, to be honest.
I think
But I think, yeah, sorry, Karen.
I think like you kind of get to that point where like you just want to do more and more and more,
Yeah.
so you know everything, so you can help every dog.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like people come to me with questions. It's like I want to have those answers. And if I don't, I go on a course. And I learn about it, which is why I did the canine cancer course. To be honest, it was literally one evening I found out that one of the dogs I was looking after had been diagnosed with cancer. I enrolled that night. I was like, I will know everything there is to know about it. I don't know everything there is to know, but
No,
I've tried.
yeah, now I know. And like I said, that's what makes you different from other dog walkers. Um, so how do you work day to day then? Just give me an example of Lex's day at work.
So usually, so for example, in the summer when it's a little bit cooler and I can do a normal day, I will check the weather the night before and I'll message everyone to kind of, what I tend to do is I have almost a batch of morning, a batch of lunch, and a batch of afternoon. And it tends to be okay that I can switch and change in terms of timings within those kind of slots. So what I'll do is I'll look at the weather the night before and kind of see when it's going to reach what temperature roughly, because it always lies. Um, and then I can kind of go, right, so and so can walk, needs it to be a bit cooler than this dog, and I kind of rejig it like that. So sometimes ideally it's optimized for route, the best route, but sometimes I will literally go to the same road twice because one dog needs it to be cooler and the other one needs it is okay a little bit warmer. Um, but yeah, when I do walks, I tend to turn up with all my gear, strap the dogs all up, take them on their adventure, come back, give them their snacks and their water, video the door to make sure it's been locked, and then off I go. And usually either end of the dog walking days are like cat visits,
Okay. I didn't
because not a lot of
realise.
people know I do cats.
Do you know what? I actually never knew you'd done cats.
Do you know why? You know what that is? A lot of the people, a lot of cats I look after don't haven't said yes to my social media policy. So
Okay.
if they haven't agreed that they're happy with me posting them on social media, I don't.
No, that yeah, I totally respect that.
And yeah, I get to a certain point where it's like, by the way, I do look after cats. Just but I
Wow.
understand because like the houses are empty and stuff. So I understand people not wanting to, but yeah, I like to respect the rules.
No, absolutely, absolutely. No, I get that. But now I know if I ever get anyone ask or I see it on Facebook,
Yeah.
I'll tag
Oh,
you
I love
along.
cats. They're so funny. I love cats.
Do you?
Oh yeah, I think they're hilarious. Like they've got such funny personalities. I
See, this
just
is something I'd never really I mean Chloe does cats as well and Malvin. And she was like, I was like, oh, how are your cats this morning? And she was like, oh, they actually they were licking my leg. And I was like, well, don't cats normally lick? And she was like,
no.
I don't know nothing about cats. Yeah, so for
I
you
had a
to
cat let want me to tickle its belly the other day, and I was very cautious. The owner had said she likes her belly tickled, but you know it's like, am I going to lose a hand here? She loved it. She loved it, but I'd never just go straight in and rub a cat's belly.
yeah, like I said, I think this is why these webinars are going to be useful to people that don't really know what anyone's about. And obviously, I think it's great that people get to know the personal side of you rather than
Yeah.
just the professional side. So, one last question: what are your values, your musts, your your core beliefs?
So for me, it's honesty is the biggest thing. I want to be honest with my customers and them to be honest with me. If your dog has been ill, tell me. If your dog's been a little bugger, tell me.
Love both.
um, it's like I never sugarcoat like the reports and stuff because I believe that everyone needs to be completely honest at all times with everything. And that builds trust as well. I massively over communicate with everything, as you can probably tell. Um,
That's right.
but the biggest thing for me really is kind of safety, dogs having fun, but not at the cost of safety, and advocating for the dogs that don't
Yes.
have the voice. And I
Yes.
don't mean that by shouting at people and things like that. I tend to go really posh I'm trying to tell someone off. I go really Queen's English.
Go on, let's hear it. You can't just say that and not give it
No,
us.
I can't even fake it. It just comes out when I'm having a go at someone in terms of like, can you get your dog back? I'm like, excuse me, can you get your dog back, please?
That's Bridget Jones. Excuse me.
It's and it just comes out from my soul. Apparently, my protective soul is a very posh lady.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, well, I'm glad I put that in. Um, but yeah, I think the biggest thing is advocating safety and honesty. To be honest, you can't. I don't think you can do this job without those things.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And it's like obviously, I don't know if you have it much, but dogs with fleas.
Yeah,
I I can get dogs with fleas come in and I'll message the owner and be like, your dog's got fleas, and they can be like, yeah, I know, and I'll be like,
but it
okay,
impacts everything.
yeah, I'm a multi-dog salon. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, so yeah, absolutely, I totally agree with the honesty and the dog's welfare.
yeah. That's why we get on so well.
Why we get on so well. But yeah, I've really enjoyed talking to you, and thank you for being my first.
You're very welcome. Thank you for inviting me. I've really enjoyed this. It's been great fun.
I'm glad you've enjoyed it. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Pop over the links to me, and when I pop it on my Facebook page, obviously you might share it on your page. And so, if anyone wants to volunteer for Caesar, needs to know about the food bank, well, basically, I ask Lexi anything because she's
Yeah.
yeah, she doesn't mind. She's great. She likes to talk to everybody, as you can probably tell. She's very approachable and she's really understanding. She's got a heart of gold.
You. I don't know what to say.
Right then, I will leave you to watch your football
Thank
and
you.
I will speak to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye. I don't know how to end it. Is that ended? Is it ended?